U.S. jobless claims declined to a still high 900,000. The number of Americans seeking unemployment benefits fell slightly last week to 900,000, still a historically high level that points to ongoing job cuts in a raging pandemic. The Labor Department's report Thursday underscored that President Joe Biden has inherited an economy that faltered this winter as virus cases spiked, cold weather restricted dining and federal rescue aid expired. The government said 5.1 million Americans are continuing to receive state jobless benefits, down from 5.2 million in the previous week. That suggests that while some of the unemployed are finding jobs, others are likely using up their state benefits and transitioning to separate extended benefit programs. More than 10 million people are receiving aid from those extended programs, which now offer up to 50 weeks of benefits, or from a new program that provides benefits to contractors and the self-employed. All told, nearly 16 million people were on unemployment in the week that ended January 2, the latest period for which data is available. Unemployment claims continue to show a job market unable to progress further as long as COVID-19 remains in the driver's seat, said Daniel Zhao, senior economist at Glassdoor. While the vaccine offers a light at the end of the tunnel, we're still far away from a complete reopening of the economy that could drive rehiring and stem further layoffs. To further add to the devastating economic news, senior Democrats drafting plan to give parents $3,000 per child in Biden stimulus. Senior Democratic lawmakers are moving to fulfill President Biden's desire to expand the child tax credit by drafting legislation that would direct the Internal Revenue Service to send recurring monthly payments to tens of millions of American families, according to officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to share knowledge of the internal discussion. Under one draft of the plan being discussed, the IRS would be tasked with depositing checks worth $300 every month per child younger than 6, as well as $250 every month per child aged 6 to 17. That would amount to $3,600 over the course of the year for young children, as well as $3,000 a year for older children, the officials said. Unlike the stimulus checks, the Biden administration and Democratic lawmakers are hoping to make these child benefits a permanent government program that would continue in future years, according to 3 senior Democratic officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal planning. The current proposal only calls for the expanded benefit to be enacted for 1 year, after which Democrats widely hope political pressure will force Congress to extend them. The benefit would be phased out for affluent Americans, though the precise income level has not been determined. Here's a simple question: where is all that money going to come from? They will print the dollar to death, by design, as we slide into the abyss. And this is where it will end. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. The he referenced in the Scripture of Truth as the final pope, which will be the false prophet of the book of the Revelation in chapter 13, which will aid the beast with his coming global kingdom, the New World Order. You can see things moving in that direction in front of your eyes now in Satan's Mystery of Iniquity program. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you can get notified whenever new Bible prophecy news videos are uploaded. In COVID-related news, United Airlines CEO wants to make COVID vaccines mandatory for the company's employees. United Airlines CEO wants to make COVID-19 vaccines mandatory for its employees and is encouraging other companies to do the same. It's a stance that differs from what some other carriers and companies have recently said. United had more than 60,000 active U.S. employees at the end of the year and has sent recall notices to some 17,000 other workers whose jobs were cut last year. The worst thing that I believe I will ever do in my career is the letters that I have written to the surviving family members of coworkers that we have lost to the coronavirus, CEO Scott Kirby said at an employee town hall on Thursday, a transcript of which was reviewed by CNBC. And so, for me, because I have confidence in the safety of the vaccine, and I recognize it's controversial, I think the right thing to do is for United Airlines, and for other companies, to require the vaccines and to make them mandatory. Airline employees are considered essential workers and are among the first groups to receive the vaccine. But the rollout of the vaccines so far has been slow and chaotic, with the nation running behind targets. Kirby acknowledged logistical challenges to getting staff vaccinated. I don't think United will get away with and can realistically be the only company that requires vaccines and makes them mandatory, he said. We need some others. We need some others to show leadership. Particularly in the healthcare industry. Southwest Airlines last week said it does not, currently, require employees to get COVID-19 vaccines but said it strongly encouraged staff to do so. American Airlines had a similar stance, telling employees last week that, "We do not plan to require our team members to receive the vaccine unless vaccinations are ultimately mandated for entry to certain destinations." United told employees in a staff note this week to get vaccinated as soon as possible and not to wait for guidance from the airline. In the staff note, it said it's working with government officials and health care providers to set up vaccine distribution centers at some of its big hubs. The noose will get tighter until we hit the mandatory mark of the beast to buy or sell in the right hand or forehead, as it is written in Holy Scripture. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And stay tuned to Watchman Report for more Bible prophecy news. To learn how to receive forgiveness of sins and get your name in the book of life, visit beingjustified.com today. Behold, now is the accepted time, behold, now is the day of salvation. Tomorrow is not promised, make sure your eternal soul is being justified.